Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hopefully you guys can see and hear me. Yeah, so today's stream's gonna be pretty short. I'm just talking about the tier list because I keep putting off doing it. So I'm like, at some point I forgot, and then yeah. So we're doing it now. We're dedicating a stream literally just to talk about this. So I get to stop putting it off. Mitski with the 63 appreciated, bro. How you doing? All right. Anyways, let me play some music. If you want to request songs, feel more than welcome to. I am going to have song requests on for the short period I am streaming. Um, this is going to be a video, yeah. This is going to be a video for sure. Um, yeah. So this is the tier list. I feel like top. I feel like the S tiers. I'm not surprised about. I feel like that's roughly what I would expect. Um, A tiers, I think the same. Like I'm pretty not surprised. I feel like Falcon's pretty high. I think Ryu's higher than normal. Hold on, let me check something because I'm gonna have the other, I guess, the Luma rank next to it just to compare, like see who jumped up. The obvious one is definitely Luigi. Luigi is much higher than he was before. I think what is he like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's top 10. Yeah, he's exactly 10th according to this tier list. Which again, I'm not surprised about. I feel like considering how well Luigi's been doing recently, it is not a surprise at all. Um, I guess one thing I am surprised about is Pikachu kind of dropped a little bit. Um, I thought he would stay in S tier. Another thing too, I gotta point this out, which the last tier list also didn't have this, but I believe Paolo should be an S tier. Um, I feel like that character is so underrated, and I just don't get it because it's not like there's not like good reps. We have really good reps for Palutena, and I feel like she just has the tools to deal with just about any character. The music's loud. Got you. Let me adjust this. Sorry. Or hold on. Is it? Yeah. Why is it so loud? Oh God. Yeah. Wait. What the hell? Okay. This should be better. Let me. Yeah. That should be fine now. Sorry. The funny thing too is like it's only on Twitch that the music is like crazy. But yeah, like I was saying, I feel like Palu is she's really good. she's she's really good still. Palu's too honest. The thing is like yeah, she's not absurd compared to other characters, but when you look at her actual toolkit, it's very strong. It is very very strong. It's just like I think she just requires a lot of skill to be good with. But I think the same thing about Peach. I think Peach is also a very ridiculous character, but she just is very like she requires a high level of execution, and she's also an S tier. But either way, it's like she's borderline S tier if you look at the tier list. So I'm not gonna complain about it too much. But yeah, I do believe she should be higher. Um, let's see some other character drop offs. Just like I'm looking at both tier lists. Um, looks like Roy dropped off a little bit. Same thing with Cloud. Yeah, they're both like borderline S tier. And now they're like the middle of A. Um, I'm not that surprised. Falco dropped off a little bit, which he's still an A. That's cool. I do think that he's like roughly in that area. Hmm. Bayo dropped off a little bit, but I also feel like The other thing too is my thing that's kind of, or I guess my gripe with the tier list is that it's based too heavily on like player attendance to some extent. Like I think if Lima were attending more events, people would rank Bayo higher. At least in North America, I can't speak on Japan. Um, but I do think to some extent like the tier list is just like who's doing really well and who isn't. Watanabe's losing to Ganon and Falco should be lower. All right, but Shin Alliance is just a whole different beast. But you know what? I'll say this: by that argument, Ganon's going to like not be the worst character. I am willing to bet money that the next tier list, Ganon will be the worst character because Shin Alliance performance, and it's like solely going to be because of that. It's not because the character actually isn't bad. Tama P guys, that's true, but I do feel like Lima's performances do matter a lot because he takes out like some really good players, especially like in North America. Obviously, there's Hampi in Japan and there's Geist, but Lima not performing as much is like a huge chunk of Bayo's results. Let's see what else. I do think Mewtwo should be a bit higher. I think Mewtwo should be in C. He was in C tier previously, so I think he should be back there. It's nothing too crazy though. I do think Marth should be higher. I guess my hottest take currently about this tier list is I feel like, and I said this before, I feel like Marth shouldn't be that far behind Lucina. I think Marth should be at the very least he should be in C plus tier. I think Marth is yeah, very good. What else we got? Zero Suit dropped into B tier. into the mid territory. I'm sure Mars is happy about that. I do think she shouldn't be in there though. I think she should be slightly higher, but I think she should be like at the point where she's like borderline A, like I guess like at the top of B plus. Maybe the bottom of A minus, but I think she should be closer, I guess. Closer to the A minus tier. I switched the names. Oh, whoops. Let me change that. Okay, there we go. You feel like Luigi's min-max to be top 10, like in Sin? Well, I mean, yeah, the thing is like with how the meta is going currently, it makes sense that he's like in that spot. Cuz like yeah, he's just like a touch of death character, and like you're either a character in the current day of Ultimate, like in order to be like a ridiculous top tier, you have to be some sort of insane like touch of death advantage state monster, or you have to be able to not allow your opponent to engage with you, or some combination of the two, or you have like some sort of ridiculous comeback factor. And I think there's like probably like some Japanese Incineroar, I don't know, but yeah, I'm like looking at this. Oh, I guess I'll talk about Yoshi because I feel like there's probably some people like, oh, Yoshi shouldn't be there. Yoshi should definitely be an S tier. This character, Yoshi is absurd. It's just that like most people in
I guess outside of Japan don't see it because
I mean, for one, when I talked about like a character that's able to like just get out of disadvantage, Yoshi literally has a frame one escape option. Like that, the fact that his double jump allows him to get out of combos and reversal opponents is like insane. He's good. He's a great weight. He has the fastest airspeed in the entire game. Like he also has a stupid combo game. He's ridiculous.
can't get shield poked. Yeah, like again,
I talked about characters who have good disadvantages. Yoshi's disadvantage is really good. Yeah. Yoshi basically has shield art was basically. Um but yeah, if you really think about it, like Yoshi fits into this meta really well because of like just how strong his disadvantages, survivability, good advantage state. Yeah. Um I want to point out something too. I feel like the way that Donkey Kong's moving, like in the current meta, he might end up at the bottom of A tier. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm not gonna be surprised if Donkey Kong ends up at the bottom of A tier, because like he is also a character that I feel like he fits the meta of Ultimate really well. He's just like an advantage state monster. Like yeah, he's an advantage state monster. He touches you once, you could literally lose your sock. Um, and then I also think that his disadvantage, while it is bad, he still has reversal capabilities, and I think that's also like a pretty significant thing. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say this again. Yes, his disadvantage isn't like the best, but he does have solid reversal options. He has a giant punch, which has super armor on it. So like, if he guesses right when he's in disadvantage, he can just giant punch you. Even if he doesn't like let's say he doesn't like guess right and actually like hit you with like let's say you shield it, that move's -7. You're not punishing him for throwing it out and hitting your shield. So that's also like a pretty significant thing. He has his side special, which also has super armor, and it has like it has super armor. It can help him land. If he hits you with it, you can get buried. If you shield it, you could get your shield broken. Um, Down B, down B. It's not -4. I think it's like -7, but it's safe. It's a safe option. Also good reversal capabilities. You can wave bounce it. So like he has like things to help him, even though his disadvantage isn't the best. He has like strong reversal capabilities, which I think is important. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised Sheik's as high as she is, considering there's like I don't know. I feel like there hasn't really been anything going on with Sheik lately. Like the representation for Sheik has kind of disappeared. But like she did drop, but she didn't drop by that much, which again I'm surprised about. Um, what else? What's another character to talk about? Hmm. It's like Banjo dropped a bit, which I'm assuming. I don't know. I guess because TG's like is getting, or I guess like people in North America are figuring out Banjo more, or not. I guess the rest of the world, I should say, not just North America. Um, we got a big Isabel jump. Isabel's borderline B tier, which is pretty nuts, but there has been a rise of Isabel players with Rocky, Ferrara Man. Oh man, I forgot the other Isabel player, the one that's in North America that like popped off at the beginning of the year. Someone in chat will say it. What is this music? Song request. If you, someone requested the song. I didn't play it, but someone please tell me who's the Isabel I'm thinking of. Also, Twitchy, there we go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me read some YouTube chat. Very often me to see PT, Pac-Man, Lucina, and B tier. Used to see them at A, mid tier. And Simon's next to Matt. Yeah, Simon definitely. I don't think he should be down in E tier. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like E tier should be like Ganon, probably like DD, maybe Mac. I'm also surprised Villager's as low as he is. A lot looking at it. Let's see. Pokemon Trainer, yeah, I do think Pokemon Trainer should be higher. I think Trainer should be an A tier. I think Pac-Man should also be an A tier, especially because like he has like some strong matchups against like some notable characters. Like I think he does. What? He's like Diddy Kong's worst matchup. Kind of just invalidate characters with like his camping. Who else? Lucina, I think is fine where she is, to be honest. Like, I think the problem with Lucina is she's just like, she's a very okay character, and I don't think being okay in Ultimate is like. All right, let me rephrase that. I think she's okay across the board. Is what I should say. I think she's okay across the board, and I think being okay across the board in Ultimate is bad. But at the same time, she's not like unviable. Like I think she's good enough. But if someone put her in A minus, I wouldn't complain. But I do think B plus is fine. Terry, I think should be higher. Yeah, I agree. I think Terry. Yeah, I think Terry's is still very strong. Like he actually is kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I think Terry's still better than Ryu, if I'm being real. Like not to say Ryu's like bad or anything, but yeah. I think Terry should be higher than Ryu. Ken I could see being B plus just because like I feel like he has more flaws than Terry and Ryu, but it's like not like horrendous. Mega Man, oh yeah, Mega Man became way higher, but that's like, yeah, Mega Man jumped. That was one of the most significant jumps actually, and then like that. Shouts to Peanut, putting people on, showing that Mega Man can be absolutely absurd if you're willing to just, I guess, sell your soul and just circle camp. Falcon C tier at best. Falcon has some things. I'll say that. I don't think he's C tier at best. I think he belongs in B tier. Like specifically with how explosive his stock taking can be. Like he could literally like take your stock at 40. Yeah, he's pretty ridiculous. A character I'm surprised is like as high as they are is Shulk. I feel like it always surprises me that there's like so many Shulk believers, but I also believe in Shulk. I think he is very very good, just very hard to play at the highest level. I want to say this. I'm surprised Sword Fighter is as low as he is. He's like the same. He's like the same placement of D tier. Like he's at the very top of D tier. But the reason why I'm surprised is because there's like a lot of tech that came out with Me Sword Fighter, right? There's a lot of things that we discovered with Sword Fighter to show how ridiculous he can take stocks, but it didn't matter. No one cares. No, yeah. The ramble, the ramble video is just like, oh yeah, people could do that. Cool. No one's willing to invest the time. I mean, there's Esam, but he doesn't go to stuff. I think high key the Valents are the worst characters in the game. What do you think? No, I still think it's Ganon. I think Ganon's legitimately the worst character in the entire game. I feel like Belmonts are not. I said it earlier. I don't think Belmonts are an E tier. I think they should be in D. Like they're solid. I think it's another thing too, where like people are just not thinking of Belmonts because one of their top reps just aren't as active. Like when T3 Dom was more like active in events, Belmonts were definitely like placed higher on the tier list. But yeah, I think that's like the issue with tier lists to an extent. Like a lot of characters are only placed as high as people are like performing with them, and it's not like people seeing like how good they actually are. Toon Link, barely the best Link according to the tier list. I just noticed that he's like literally like barely the best Link. Also, shouts to was it Lemozona who top 8'd the A tier last night. Sam said he thinks Mars the worst character. No. I'm gonna say this. I feel like it doesn't matter how well Shindalion does. Ganon's the worst character. Like he's just yeah. I think people are just like. Let me explain it this way. People are more willing to invest time into Ganon because he's a worse character than Marth. Like, yeah. Falco's still better than Wolf. On paper, he's not, but in the current meta, he is. I'll put it that way. Falco's so easy that you don't have to think about playing matchups as often as you do with Wolf. So for that reason, you could say he's better. But like overall, no. Also, as a Mii Brawler believer, Mii Brawler should be higher, but yeah. Diddy Kong's too high. I'm not surprised he's this high, to be honest. Like, I think Diddy Kong's probably in like the S minus A plus range. Like, he's very, very good. He's a very, very strong character. Better than Aegis. I think the problem with Aegis is that they're too inconsistent for this meta. And I've said this before. Like, they're a good character, but they're just inconsistent. Like, it's too easy to lose with them, which is the problem. Hero should be higher. In S. You know, honestly, putting Hero in S, I wouldn't be that surprised about. I wouldn't be mad at it. I would say like the highest I would put him is like the tail end of S. But yeah, there's a lot of characters that I think have the potential to be S tier. Like, yeah, like Pikachu. Well, he was S tier previously. Palu, Bayo, yeah. Diddy better than Palu, Joker, and Luigi? I mean, you could make an argument. You may not agree with it. Like there are arguments to be made. The other thing too, like here's something else that you have to realize, chat. I'm gonna say this again. Like a lot of the tier list is based off of how well characters are doing with results. So like Diddy Kong had a good year, or yeah, Diddy Kong had like a good string of months. We had Neono popping off, Tweak doing well. I don't think Ryuo was doing that well like when this came out, but he's doing well now. So yeah, that's like the other thing. It's just like, yeah, like here's another perfect example. If Hurt was not doing as well as he was, Snake wouldn't be that high. Like that's just the honest truth. Snake would not be nearly as high if it wasn't for Hurt like performing as well as he does. Same thing with Sonic. Uh, what else? We talk about. I feel like C tier are like the characters that just don't get played that much. I guess me Gunner gets like a lot of. Yeah, Isabelle is like rose up into that tier. She got more popular, but yeah, I feel like overall, like the characters in C just are just underrepresented for the most part. Like there's some that there's a lot of reps for. Every tier list has bias. Oh, I guess something else to like note for you guys, because some of you may not even know how this tier list is made. There's a ballot sent to the people who got on the Luma rank or the alt rank, whatever the hell it's called. So there's a ballot that gets sent to those people, and then they ask those people to rate each character. So this tier list is based off of those ratings that people gave each character. Watch Sharks Live, yeah. So there you go. It's like most of these characters are that high because the majority of people who compete have a high opinion of that character. Obviously, it's not the same. Like some people don't. Like I know some people still stand by Luigi being like bad. Captain Falcon being better than Green is weird to you. Yeah, well, Falcon just had like a good year. Yeah, Falcon. Well, Falcon won a major. It's another thing. Oh yeah, I'm like look. I'm comparing more stuff. Piranha Plant was in D tier, now C tier. That's definitely courtesy of Spargo. Spargo's performance with Plant. Um, I feel like the way this is going, Sephiroth's going to be in C tier. Yeah, Sephiroth's going to be in C tier. Oh yeah, Dunkon made a jump. I feel like honestly, this tier list isn't like. If I'm looking at the other Limerang tier list, a lot of the placements make sense. Like some of the characters jumping up the way they are makes sense. Like Sam is going higher makes sense because of like Yara's performance. Um, Corrin dropping a bit makes sense because there just hasn't been like that much activity from Corrin, except I guess recently from Neo. But I assume that's before the tiers came out. Zed Lab, thank you for the prime. It's literally this Krog. Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. It's like people people like base a lot of the performance on that, and then feel like Pac-Man dropping off the way they has. It's because like I feel like you don't really see T go Pac-Man as much as he does Kazuya. About to put y'all on this song. Do I think Min Min's top 5? She barely missed the mark. I think she's not top 5, but I think the top 5 the way it is just how it's going to be. I don't see any character changing that in Ultimate, to be honest. I feel like Steve, Sonic, Snake, Game & Watch, Rob are like just the solidified top 5. Honestly, I feel like they should be in a tier of their own. Well, not really like a whole tier of their own, but I think those should be like the plus, and then there should be like a little dot and then minus. You switching him off switch. I'm listing like the 5 the way they are. I'm not saying that's the exact top 5, but I'm just saying like those are the 5 best characters in Ultimate. You wish it was more dependent on how good the characters actually are rather than good people. That's the problem. It's like in some ways it is, but then in other situations it's like people are putting like significant bias into things. Like, I will say I feel like people probably downplay characters more because they're like, oh well, I never lose this character, so they're bad. Like, rather than them just maybe having a good grasp of how those players play the character, they'll just be like, this character can't be good because I never lose to him. The top 6 and B tier, weird to you? It's kind of funny because like what? Palu, Pika, Olimar, Wario, Roy were considered very, very strong at the beginning of Ultimate. Cloud being under characters like Sword Hero Brawler insane. It's not that insane though, in my opinion, because Cloud falls into the realm of Pyramithra where he's just like an inconsistent character. It's like he's so easy to lose with. he's just so easy to lose with. I will say I'm surprised at how high Sora is, because like, yeah, I guess we have some Sora believers in for alt rank. The people who rank this, they're just like super big Sora believers. Yeah, no, Cloud is just a very inconsistent character. Like, he's good, but yeah. Yo, G-Shark, what's up, bro? Sumo? What? I didn't plan on it, if I'm being honest. Cloud's still paying for his sins for Smash 4. I mean, yeah. Cloud Smash 4 is nuts. Cloud's biggest disagreement you have on the list. I'll say this, I understand. If you have Cloud all the way in S tier, I get it. If you have Cloud in like B tier, I even get that. Because I just think Cloud is such an inconsistent character. Like, especially like the way Ultimate's played now, he's just very inconsistent. Worse than Mario, worse than me Brawler. Hey, I'll say this, I think me Brawler is stupid. I think me Brawler should be higher. I am an avid me Brawler believer. The other characters, I mean, again, I could see, because like Cloud struggles in ways those characters don't. You know, those characters could get sent far off stages and still come back like pretty consistently. The other thing too is like let's say those characters face a Donkey Kong. They're not going to be shaking in their boots. The Cloud will. Like, you know, Cloud gets grabbed by DK at like 60. You're like, crap, I might be dead. One, thanks to the 29 with the Prime, more people should play Brawler. I agree. I've said this time and time again. If you play Mario or Fox, you literally have no reason not to try me Brawler. Like, genuinely. There's no reason for you not to, at the very least, experiment with that character. Because, like, his moveset just transitions so well. Cloud's super broken with the secondary. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to play matchups where you're not going to struggle off stage, then absolutely. Someone talking about Mewtwo. Yeah, Mewtwo is like just has like some pretty significant flaws, and then there's not like anyone that's like crazy pushing him as hard, except for like Suzune. Me Brawler is like, what if Mario and Fox had a child? I mean, yeah, basically. Let's see. Is there any other characters I should talk about? I will say this. I think Ness could be an A tier. I think Ness is like kind of underrated slightly. Crazy side magnet shenanigans. Ness's flaws are really apparent. They are, but it's like I feel like Ness fits into that category where he like the more he's optimized, the more like touch of deathy he becomes, because he has like some crazy like death combos with side magnet, and like side magnet links very easily into things. You could do foot saw to shield side magnet, or just, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Hot take: the ones on the bottom are biased, not cool, so they get played less. I don't know about that. I feel like people would say Chrom is a very cool character, and he's where he is. Terry, yeah, I do agree. I think Terry should be higher. I think he should at the very least be an A, like A minus. Talk about Pikachu, Shulk. I talked about 3 of the 4. Olimar I haven't really touched on that much. I will say I'm surprised Olimar's as high as he is, because like I feel like he shouldn't be A plus, but maybe like what? I don't know, like the middle of A. Like he's good, but like I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't be that high. Japan has the most votes, and Shuton's Japanese. I mean, that's true. That's true. There are a lot of Olimars in Japan. You don't agree with Falcon being as high or being higher than Zero Suit? Yeah, again, like I do think Zero Suit should be higher. I feel like too Zero Suit is an interesting case in the meta, because like she has some solid matchups against the S tier characters. Like I feel like she does well, or she does do well against Game and Watch. I feel like she does well against Kazuya. I feel like she would probably do well against Snake and Luigi as well. Yeah, I feel like she has some solid matchups against like the higher tiered characters. The problem is like, yeah, she's just not used that often. Like Yeah, the main rep for Zero Suit doesn't go to anything. So that's another problem. Like, again, it's like the way that tier lists are set up, you just it's based off of like the people who are attending and how well they're doing. But yeah, I'm gonna make some predictions. I'm gonna make some predictions for the future tier list. I think for the next tier list, Donkey Kong is either going to be A minus or borderline A minus, so he'd be like at the top of B plus. That's my prediction. I think Duck Hunt's going to continue to get higher because like I feel like the opinion of Duck Hunt keeps getting higher and higher. What else? I think Ganon's gonna get higher. I don't agree with it. I still think Ganon is the worst character in the game, but I feel like with Shin Alliance performance, he might not be ranked the worst. I think Mii Brawler is going to continue on an upward trend. I think it'll go higher. I think those are my main ones. I don't. Falcon might drop. I'll say that. Ganon has privilege. I mean, Ganon has a fear factor. That's like the thing he'll always have. Like people are just like absolutely afraid of that character. That's such an important thing to have in a game like Ultimate, or not even just Ultimate, but it's like competition in general. Like if you can make your opponent afraid, that's fantastic. Hero might drop. You know what? I could see Hero dropping only because I feel like the top reps, like I guess, aside from Beast Mode Paul, are playing Sora more, which is kind of funny, I guess, because like, yeah, both Xion and Akka, they're they're playing Sora a lot. It seems. Sora's mostly for Rob. I don't know. What might be another matchup he starts struggling in, and then he switches over. That might be the way, but we'll see. We'll see. DK. I mean, DK's been on like an upward swing. Hakasor keeps. Hey, it doesn't matter how many times you lose, as long as you eventually win. Those are words to live by. That's literally it. You just need that one good win to keep it going. Yeah, I don't know what else to include. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I literally just came to rant about the tier list because I kept putting it off, so wanted to do that. Byleth, Byleth I could see going in C, but yeah, I do think Byleth is like kind of fine where they're at. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know when I'll be live again. I might be live tonight, tomorrow, like Monday. Monday I might try to do an online. I might try to enter another online tournament. I think there's like one on Monday, right? So I might do that. Tiara takedown, yeah, I might do that one. Yeah, especially because like I dropped out of the E tournament because I'm like I don't want to deal with the freaking international players. Not in a bad way. Like it's like the input delay. But yeah. I'll see you guys. Take care. Have a good one.